We got a theme song. These girls be chatting. Theme song. These girls be chatting. Theme song. These girls be chatting. Yeah. Home girls. They be chatting. Home girls. They make it happen. Yeah.
The extra long, yeah. I like the extra long, yeah. All right, guys, welcome to episode 7. I believe that we are on of Two Homegirls Chat, and you're here today with your two hosts, DDW and
I need to wait. I would need to wait in the beginning, the
welcome.
middle, and the day.
Welcome, you guys. So today, I know 2 weeks ago, if y'all were here, we did discuss that we would be talking about double standards today. So we kind of are still going to be doing that. But since it's been 2 weeks since we have been here with you guys, we're also going to want to wait a black ass minute because there has been a lot going on, y'all, in the 2 weeks that we have not seen each other. So we're kind of going to do a mixture. We're going to start this time with our wait one black ass minute because we gotta wait. We gotta wait for several black ass minutes. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. So some of that is going to be incorporated with our double standards, but if it ends up running too far over time, we're gonna use a remainder, and we're gonna carry that over to next week, and we're gonna finish out our double standards, and we're gonna get into some other stuff. So that's what we're gonna be doing today, y'all. Basically a gossip session. Let's have a gossip session, y'all. Join us. And if y'all have any questions, concerns, let us know. If y'all want to join in on the conversation, please do that. We welcome you.
So,
Now,
you ready for the Negro Spirituals Day? I want you to know that we look
okay.
incredibly crazy on this StreamYard, just so you know.
Me?
We
Me?
look
Or
insane.
we?
We as a unit. Because it's like real delayed over here. I don't know.
It is. I noticed that before I put it on mute. But we'll figure that out. It's okay. We got time to figure it out. And I gotta keep remembering to look back and forth also.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and keep
Negro
going.
spirituals.
You heard me, D?
Now. Hmm.
I'm gonna click up out of the StreamYard for today.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. The little bit that we got, we'll be able to figure something out.
Yeah. We're gonna figure out that we're not gonna do it today.
You know
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
I wonder if we'll still be able to do Instagram though.
But then
I
it
wonder how
says
that'll work.
live. What does it mean live?
I think if we choose the live option, I think that'll take us to a live video on Instagram. At least that's my assumption.
But then we're gonna need the screen and all that other type of mess. So I'm gonna start before we get a Negro spiritual. Can we say a quick R.I.P. to Huey P. the Black Panther's nuts?
I'm sorry, Huey P. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Real. I'm sorry, I mean put your business out there like that. But he got
That's
fixed
what
and you got to be in my face like
that's
that.
what life that's what life is like as a kid. I'm sorry for you though. I understand how.
He's in here trying to hump on me, and we're not here for that.
Yeah.
You're on about your
I
business.
understand how trying this may be, but you know.
Today we both decided to do graphic t-shirts. Well, Didi had on a graphic t-shirt, and I said I'm gonna put one on too.
And y'all can't even see mine, but I got my Tupac one
Got a
on
Tupac.
that
I
I
got.
wear.
First of all, when I bought this shirt, it was supposed to be like a baggy shirt. At no point was it baggy.
You know what I want? Have you been saying that Michael Jackson shirt with the glove? It's like it has like the glove covering his face, like him wearing the glove and him covering his face, and then it apparently has rhinestones all over the hand. I kind of want that.
No, I don't.
Just a little bit.
I've never seen that, but it's just something about the rhinestones that just
If
don't sit.
if it happens to come up, I'll show it to
If
you.
I see it, I'll get it for you for Mother's Day.
Oh, that'd be nice. I would appreciate that. Oh, thought that was somebody. But I'm ready for the Negro spirituals. So I guess we are not playing Negro spirituals. Is that what's going on? I still haven't left this.
I feel like they be jipping us in life with that. So
All right. So I will go ahead and name mine. You want to go first?
it don't matter to me.
Okay. I shall bring to you country grandma Nelly Hatchet. We're going down, down, baby. Your street in our Range Rover, street sweeper, baby. Cock ready to let it go. I bring to you country grammar.
I agree. I agree. And so for my first one, because we went Nelly, I had to also go hip hop artist. And while he is a monster who belongs behind those walls, his song is indeed a Negro spiritual. It is an anthem for, you know, taking a risk, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Hello, Miss
also
Cosby.
remembering to be reflective. Okay, it's a song by the literal No Limit Soldier, um Master P, not Master P, Mystical, and he went, shake
Mystical.
it fast, but watch yourself, shake it fast.
Yes.
Show me what you're working with. It's a story of potential. Move.
Oh, now he gonna be all up in the way. He like, I got something for your ass today.
He said, "You take my nuts. I'm gonna take your time." Going through. Yeah,
You
that's
know,
my
it's so funny that you bring up Mystical because I literally God's daughter. Hello. Just watched the video. This dude's podcast. I wish I knew his name because I love everything that he talks about. He's very pro black. And they were talking about how if you really pay attention to these niggas' lyrics, they be telling you what they be
They be
doing.
telling you, his
Like
lyrics absolutely told us what he was doing in his life.
Mystical been telling y'all that, he be essaying women and stuff like that. Y'all just wasn't listening for real. Yeah, that's true.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait for the one black ass minute now that we're talking about rappers. I cannot wait. But continue. What's your second song,
I
G?
was
What you today?
I was gonna say something else, but I'm gonna wait till we get there. My next one I bring to y'all, I'm Dreaming by Christopher Williams. If I'm dreaming, then just let me sleep. Don't wake me up till my dream is complete. That is last time I believe
That
we were
from New
speaking
Jack
about
City?
soundtracks.
New Jack
Huh?
City?
New Jack City. That song is on the New Jack City soundtrack. We were talking about soundtracks 2 weeks ago. Yep, that's one of the ones. That's another soundtrack I absolutely love.
I'm gonna go completely different direction today with my last one. I'm going to go Happy Birthday.
Hello, Jack. Happy birthday, Stevie Wonder.
You knew it.
Or
I'm gonna go that because first of all, I'm not gonna say we need to retire that song. I just want for us as a people to know that that song was written specifically for Martin Luther King.
yes, it was. I was just about to say that. I literally
He
just
didn't
found
write
that
that for
out.
anyone. He wrote that for Martin Luther King. He did not write that for you and your grandma's
I found that
55th birthday
out.
party. He did not write that. But I appreciate it being part of the culture because sometimes things become bigger than one person.
Yeah, I just found that out like 2 months ago. I was like, oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
All right,
All
so
right.
that's my two.
That was my two, and you got your two. I had one more, but I'm gonna throw one more out. You got one more, D? I know you got one more. I
No,
know you got one more.
I did. I got several. Let's see. Let's
All right.
see.
My next one is a song about possession. Um,
Mhm.
and a song of affirmation and love. And it's by a man. He starts off by giving a command. He says, put on your red dress. Okay. And then he says for you to slip on them high
Those
heels
high heels.
and
There goes
some of
my
the
baby.
perfume. Because it sure smells good on you. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
He gave a lot of instructions, and I love an instructional man because it was very intentional in the way that he prepared for that day. He was so proud to be with her. He just had to let her know. He had her. She had him saying, "My, my, 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 my. You sure look good."
You know what's crazy?
Oh,
When you
that gentle,
say,
gentle.
hey, gentle, you know what's crazy when you say that you love an instructional man? That's some real shit because I think that's something that we really enjoy. We really enjoy the idea of, hey, you tell me what to put on. You lay it out. You put them shoes out. You send me a little note and you say, meet me at this restaurant at this time, and everything gonna be set and ready to.
Oh, yeah. Did
We
she send the
let you
request?
like that.
She sent the request. I don't know if she.
Oh, wait. Send it again,
I
cause
got.
I'm literally just. Okay, you got. Okay, cool.
Hey,
Hey
Jen.
y'all, what's going
Hey,
on?
Jen. How goes it?
How y'all doing? I ain't talked to y'all in a month of Sundays.
In a minute, it
Your
goes
boy.
well.
How y'all doing though?
We doing
Good.
good. We just on
Good life.
our little podcasting tip for real.
Okay. You said it's a y'all doing a podcast?
Yeah, so this like our like episode 7 for us. So yeah, we just started this little podcast situation. It's called Two
Okay.
Homegirls Chatting.
I love that for y'all. Listen, that's awesome. I ain't seen y'all promoting it, like, cause I would have been like subscribe. Like, what is it
Look,
on YouTube and on here or?
it's mostly we do it on TikTok and Instagram.
Okay,
I
Okay,
ain't
gotcha.
gonna lie, I've been kind of lazy this past 2 weeks because I was in Baltimore like a week ago. But
Okay.
usually I might put like a couple videos up, maybe full videos a week on it, like
Mhm.
different clips from our previous live videos and stuff like that.
Okay. But first
But
off, both of y'all motherfucking TikTok videos be having me cracking up. Okay. Like y'all definitely be making me laugh. So I'm happy y'all doing this the same, like a cool situation. Especially cause y'all, y'all speak on current events and stuff like that. So that's cool.
yeah, I try my best to keep shit real. Well,
Yeah.
make
I
shit
try to
make
keep
sense.
something.
Alright, well
Yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all get back to it. I'm about to go in the house with this crazy boy.
Oh,
Okay.
Um girl, that's a story for another time. But we gonna have to have a convo on the back end or text each other or whatnot.
Dee Dee will
But
be
Right,
back up
right.
here soon. She moving back up.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm
That's
moving
what's
to
up.
we moving to Pennsylvania specifically, but we'll be a lot closer to Baltimore
Yeah, cause
at the
that's
end of
like
May.
what, an hour or two drive, not
Yeah,
too
it's like an
bad.
hour and a half. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's
Mhm.
what's up. I see Marquise doing his thing out there, and y'all
Yeah.
turning up. I'm happy for y'all. We grown up. We all, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We
man,
all
big grown.
listen. We almost 40. Yo,
Hey,
Look,
relax.
don't be
Relax.
telling people that.
crying. Yo, we was just in high school like last week. What the
Man, I be saying that shit all the time.
for sure. But love y'all much, and I'll holler at y'all.
All right, love you. See you later.
All right, bye bye.
Bye. All right, now here's the thing.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Real
I
life.
about to say,
We got to give background context. So some people in your life are your friends for a season, and some people become your family. Gentle is a friend of ours that we haven't had since high school. We didn't have our ups, we didn't have our downs, but she has always been a staple in both of our lives, and it's just good to be able to talk to your friends when you can. So sometimes you just got to give people their flowers,
yeah,
and Gentle has always been a
yeah.
really
This is
good
very true.
friend to us, and
This is very
yeah, I hope
true.
we see each
I
other soon.
totally
I
agree.
hope we're able to see each other very soon. I miss all of my. I don't know. I've been real sentimental lately, D. I don't know about you.
I got 2 months. And this probably ain't none of y'all business. So I promise you, when we gonna get right into this. But I'm gonna tell y'all, I got 2 months before I'm back home. I haven't been. I grew up in Baltimore City. I met all of my friends in Baltimore City in high school. I have not lived in Baltimore City in 10 years. For 10 years, I have been living in
Damn,
the
it's really
South.
been 10 years.
It's been 10 years I have been living in the South, and in 2 months I will be living back up north, not in Baltimore City, but very close. I am very excited. I already told all of my friends, like, look, I'm letting y'all know everybody's birthday has already passed, last year. By the time I'll be back home, I just want y'all to know, include me. Y'all can get back to including me in birthday plans because I will be in the spot.
Well, then you can actually come
Hello,
to my
authentic.
birthday plans.
Yes, I can. I will be there a month before your birthday. So yes, I will
I
be
still don't know what I want
there
to
for
do.
all the shit. For all the shit, whatever is going on, please let me know because I will be there. Hello, authentic. Thank you for joining. All right, y'all. We ain't gonna be gossiping too much. Well, we all gonna be gossiping a lot, but we're
We
gonna
about to
stay on
gossip a
topic.
lot, but not about our people. Yeah.
So we're gonna get into our wait one black ass minute. Like I told y'all when we first started this, usually our wait one black ass minute is kind of like a cool down session where we kind of come together and say, guess what the fuck I heard this week. this time, because it's been 2 weeks since we have been here with y'all, we're gonna just get right into waiting one black ass minute. Waiting several black ass minutes. This might take us a minute, y'all, because we got a lot. We got a lot of shit to talk about. Live Familia, thank you for joining us. Stay here, gossip with us. You know, let us know if you have any gossip. Join in on the conversation, y'all. So, do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You can go
I
first,
got
Steve.
so much. I got so much shit. I don't even know what to start. Let's start with the easier one. Let's start with chili. I want to start with chili. I don't even know if I have to explain to y'all what's going on with chili, but I will, because it only makes sense. So chili, how it all started with this beef between the black community, the black American community, and chili. She reposted a post that was calling Michelle Obama a transgender woman. Chili reposted this. I don't
She
know if she
reposted
put it.
that.
She reposted that. So I don't know if it was the same day or the day a day later or whatever. She came on to do a video to say, y'all, that wasn't me. I don't know how to use computers, y'all. I think the repost button was right next to this button and I pressed the wrong button and it reposted and I didn't mean blah 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 blah. Some bullshit. It's 2026, girl, and I know you in your 50s, but you're not about to hit us where I don't know how to use computers. That's one thing. So then, in the midst of her doing that, the social media researchers was on it. The social media investigators was on it. They found that she has made several donations to Trump and his campaign, to his military efforts, just to all the shit that we don't want to be involved with, y'all, and we don't feel like Black Americans should be involved in. She was donating to all of that shit. What else? She also follows pretty much the entire Republican campaign. Trump, his whole family, just a bunch of people that you just shouldn't be following. So people went on her page, so she was following. They also went all the way back to, I think, a statement she made. It was either 2017 or 2019. I'm not really sure, when her and T-Buzz was doing an interview and people were asking her about the Black Lives Matter movement, and she come out her mouth with all lives matter. So this I didn't know about, but people were saying, yeah, I didn't fuck with Chili ever since she said that all lives matter shit. And there was also a thing where there was this girl, she was in high school. This happened a few years back. She was posting pictures of herself on Instagram, and she was like, people always tell me I look just like Chili, and I feel so proud of that because Chili is beautiful. And she was posting pictures saying, hey, y'all, do y'all think I look like Chili? Chili commented and said, you don't look like me. Like, no shade. Like, you're beautiful, but you don't look like me. And then there was another occasion.
I ain't gonna lie, that's funny as hell.
There was another occasion. Now, mind you, the girl was beautiful.
Bitch.
She did kind of favor Chili. The little girl was beautiful, but it was crazy that she made that comment. The last thing that I recall about Chili is somebody made a comment about her being chocolate. Like, she's so pretty in chocolate. And she like, caramel.
But she's not chocolate, so.
So people are like, yeah, she just don't fuck with black people like that. And she is currently dating this white man who, I don't know if y'all recognize him, but he is
Ain't
the
that the
little
nigga
boy.
from Boy Meets World? No, not he. The
I don't
three
know.
brothers. It was three of them.
Yeah,
The Lawrence brothers. He met
I don't
Lawrence.
really watch Boy Meets World like that, but he is the young man who was on Mrs. Doubtfire. Y'all remember the three siblings? It was the older girl, the brother, and the little girl on Mrs. Doubtfire.
I think we've
Remember
made our
Robert?
audience. It's clear that our audience has been made nearly old motherfuckers. That's who we are talking to, clearly.
Yeah, okay,
Nearly
so he
old
was on Boy
motherfuckers.
Meets World.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't watch Boy Meets World like that. So that's what I have to say about Chili. But what I will say that's funny is, like, girl, even if you want to try to convince us that you don't know how to use computers, what was that content even doing on your For You page? Because when I tell you, I don't really see too many racist things on my timeline on TikTok, because I don't know if it was on TikTok or Twitter or where it was
Your
that she was on.
algorithm be
I don't
algorithming.
see, yeah, I don't see Michelle Obama. That shit don't pop up on my timeline. Usually,
Mm-hmm.
at least how TikTok works. I'm not familiar with other platforms. You see what you like. So how did that even come across your For You page that you would be confused about clicking in wrong places all over? Girl,
Now, this is what I'll say about the whole situation. I'm going to start with a disclaimer because although allegedly your algorithm does create based off of what you like or whatever, I know that
Mm-hmm.
sometimes oily chest muscular men show up on my algorithm, and I have never I have never purposefully went to look for
I have
those
never.
things. So let's start there. I have never, good Christian women over here, never look for oily chested men. I've never done that. It
Hello,
just so happened to pop up, child. So I am freed of that, okay? But when I think about chili, I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all about it.
Shivana.
What is interesting to me is I'm pretty sure she's still getting paid 3 cents a play off of her songs. And the fact that you had to squeeze your 3 cents per play out to go to donate
Man,
that is an auspicious act,
let me tell
if you
you,
will, because that's a lot of 3 cents to put together.
it
Who been
is.
listening to Baby, Baby, Baby? I got so much love in me. Not me. I haven't. The person I have not in the last at least 15 years said, yeah, throw on that TLC. The only time anybody really still listens to, and I feel bad because T-Bars is getting the straight for this, but the only time
Man,
people really listening to TLC is if they're having a 90s party.
this is
And like it's not
true.
even like it's only two or three. So you might get I Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Nobody wants to hear waterfalls at the party because you can't throw ass to waterfalls.
No, you
Um
cannot.
They don't even play none of the No Scrubs album, which is crazy because that was the best album they had in any event. Fuck Chili. And honestly, not even just fuck Chili because
It's a plus.
it's but also other motherfuckers on the tail like Salt and Pepper. Salt from Salt and Pepper, bitch, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Because
it's
what are
a
you
plus.
doing? Backing her up. What y'all
Yeah,
don't realize y'all on tour and the majority of the people who are going to listen to your music don't fuck with your allegiances. So please and thank you for
exactly.
keep telling us what the fuck you feel. Thank y'all for telling us
Like
what is really
power,
going on with
hello.
y'all so that we can keep our money to ourselves. Because in reality, you hoes, ain't nobody come. I'm not that jiggy to go and see what a man. I'm not that jiggy to see that. And y'all treated Spinderella wrong, and I fuck with Spinderella the most.
Yeah,
So
people
Peppa,
have been
you still
saying that.
cool too, but yeah, fuck her. And at the end of the day, I forgot what the fuck I was about to say, but it's still fuck Chili. At the end of the
I
day.
will say before we move on to the next topic, I did forget to mention people are either withdrawing from the concert if they've already paid their money, they're trying to dispute it with their bank, or there are people who were about to buy the tickets and are now not. So there are a lot of people that have said, "Yeah, I'm not going to the concert." I actually heard, I don't know how true it is, that they removed TLC and they trying to find a replacement. I don't know how true that part
That's
is.
crazy because I still
But
don't give a
one
fuck
thing is
about
for
it.
sure. Yeah, one thing is for sure. I mean, I wasn't going to the concert anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. For me, growing up, TLC was not one of my one of my go tos. They weren't. I would listen to a couple songs here and there. I kind of knew like the major songs, but they weren't one of my go tos anyway. I feel like, what's the generation before us? The
Gen X.
Gen X. That's their
Yeah, that
that
was their
TLC,
shit.
Salt and Pepper, all of that. That is their shit. And they
Yeah.
was
You
pissed.
know what? TLC, this is why. Okay. I'm gonna say two things. One of them is gonna be an asshole statement. The other one is both of them are gonna probably be assholes. Fuck, I'm gonna say what I gotta say. I'm gonna start with TLC for the Gen X women was much like what Escape did for the Gen X women. They allowed those who wanted to be studs to dress like studs comfortably.
I was never
And
chasing footballs.
after that, that was it. Like, yeah, so it is what it
uh,
is. But outside of that, um, yeah, the voices gave nothing. Everybody just loved Left Eye. And
love it.
T-Boz for the haircut and the voice. She has a very unique voice. But Chili was it never gave Chili was just the pretty
That was
one.
a
And
pretty
to
one.
me, she always looked like the Indian. Remember when they used to have the offensive Indian and then they got rid of the Indian? She looked like the Indian. I can't keep saying Indian, but that's what she looked like. Um that's what she looked like. She looked like him to me, and she always has. And not to be a hater, like she's still beautiful, but that doesn't stop her from looking like that Indian. And also, I am pissed off at TLC because y'all will never make me defend Luke. You will never make me defend Uncle Luke. I hate that for us. I have never wanted to. First of all, Uncle Luke pisses me off, and the fact that we have
Hello,
never talked
DJ
about the fact
Gray.
that this nigga went all the way. He went all the way to the Supreme Court just so he can say "pussy lips" on a album. And nobody talks enough about that. We don't talk enough about how he went all the way to the Supreme Court, and I understand, freedom of speech, but
Mm-hmm.
he just wanted to say, "Check that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got." Like, it wasn't like he wanted to say something profound, like for the
Uh-huh.
black people to move us further as a society. He wanted to disrespect black women. He went all the way to the Supreme Court just to do that. Like, you
Look, y'all
understand?
gonna let me say what I want to say. The people's
You
light, and
understand
y'all
how
gonna let me say
infuriating
what
that
I
is
want.
for me? He
Yeah,
is the
I
reason why we have been that ass over and let that coochie breathe.
know.
I blame
I
Uncle
can't
Luke for
stand
so
that girl.
much. Ugh.
I don't like. I don't
Speaking
like
of
her.
tired old niggas from Florida,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what made the women of
Ah,
Alpha Kappa Alpha
ah,
decide
ah.
on Trick Daddy of all people, but I want to know what songs they was like, this will pass by. If you didn't want to be a member no more, if you wanted to get kicked out of sorority, you could have just denounced like everybody else has been doing lately. But to ruin the concert for everybody in the conference just because you want to make a statement is crazy. Because there is nothing about Trick Daddy's discography.
Right.
He got one song that I can think of that would be appropriate at an AKA convention, and that is okay, Thug Holiday don't even fit.
I don't even know his
Take
song.
it to the
I don't know
house.
nothing outside.
MIA, take it
I
to the
know.
house. This the way we take it to the
Yeah,
house. That's
I
it.
know that
Nothing
one.
else
I know
is
that one.
appropriate.
Nan nigga, and what's the other one? Then you had that one like you ain't my daddy. You ain't my dad. Shut up. Ain't
That's
that his?
not Trick Daddy.
Who was
That
that?
was not Trick Daddy. That was a nigga that looked like Trick Daddy. That was like
Oh no,
that
he
was
is like
like Trick
I
Uncle.
don't know
Yeah.
what is. Okay, that's him. Mm-hmm. Those are the
Yeah,
only two
baby,
songs I
because
know.
I'm a thug. But nothing about that
Yeah.
gave AKA. Nothing about
No, not
anything that Trick
none of
Daddy has
those.
ever made aligns with those members of that organization. And I just feel like that's hilarious that whomever was on that committee let that ride.
This man said. This man said, "Raise your hand if you want your cat." This man in a room full of
Don't pay
CEOs.
attention to the stomach. Look at the dick. It's crazy.
What the hump? Too? Not with all the grandmas in the room.
Oh, the
Oh
ladies
my
got up and
god.
grabbed them pearls and got the fuck out of there.
Trick said, and look, he came out with a video. He said, "Do not fucking play with me. You paid me to do a job. I did a job. They sitting up here talking about they went over my catalog and told me what I could see. Like, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. You paid
That's
me to
called a breach of
perform.
contract. And that's why
And
niggas can't be
that's
successful because
look,
they don't pay attention to the things that they should pay attention
why
to. Because
would
there's no way in the
you even
world
go? Hello, Maya. Why would you go
you
hire
don't take
Trick
every
Daddy?
job. You don't take every job. First of all, you don't take every job. And
I feel like everybody was to blame because you know in that room full of
everybody was to
women,
blame.
you shouldn't have taken us on. But at the same time, why would y'all hire that man? Come
I know it was
on.
a Diamond Life member in there who this is her last hoorah. Her husband then told her, look, you ain't going no more to make AA events. The doctor told you you can't be doing all that traveling no more. And she's like, all right, Ernest, this
Right.
gonna be my last one. And this is what she went out with. I am so sorry that that
Mm-mm.
happened to her.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right.
Mm-mm-mm.
Did you hear about the young man in a Baltimore City school who had failed 20 something classes, 22 classes
Yeah, but that was
over
mad
his.
years ago.
Oh,
That was like
that's
5
not
years
recent?
ago. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
He didn't
What
graduate
I
and
want,
everything.
oh, good. Because it was
Mm-hmm.
brought to the forefront, I want to say this, though. The fact that everybody dropped the ball. I'm gonna put it like that. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
dropped the ball on that situation. I don't like how the mother was like, "Oh, but the school failed him. The school failed him." But you did too. You did too, because you telling me he went through 4
You
years
did
of
one.
school
Yeah, you did one.
and you didn't check no report card. You didn't go to no parent teacher conferences. You didn't do nothing. Now, what I will say is this: I understand that people struggle and they got to work, and they might not have time for parent teacher
They
conference
should
and
have
all
left
that
that
other
one
shit.
behind.
But yeah, but at the same time, if that is your situation and you can't be there for your child, then you can't turn around and blame somebody else.
Right.
You have to look within and say, you know what, I failed him. We all failed him. He failed himself as well. It was everybody was to
I want
blame.
to
You
say that
can't
for the, at
blame
least the
nobody
last
else.
10 years, at least the last 10 years, because mind you,
Yeah,
I've
there's
been
no
teaching for
child left behind. Shit was
12.
crazy.
For at least the
Mm-hmm.
last 10 years, parents have been able to look at their kids' grades on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep,
for at
I
least the
showed looked at
last
mine. Like,
10, hey Chris, for at least the last 10, you'd have been able to see that your dumb ass child, you'd have been able to
hey,
see
Crystal.
that your child was failing
Yeah.
tremendously, failing with colors, failing with honors. You should have been able to see that.
Now
But you
I
know
will
what?
say though, the school. Come on now, you. Not how y'all let him pass year after year after year. But not only him, apparently several other children, because they say he was
Oh,
ranked
that was a pretty
62.
common thing. So since then they've done a lot of people, you know what's funny? People don't really rock with Dr. Santelises, but I'm on the opposite side. I feel like whenever there's a lot of bullshit that goes on, she does everything that she can in her power to at least delegate somebody to fix whatever it is that's going on. Because there's been a lot of things that's changed since we was in school. Like it's a lot harder to drop out of school now. I will say that because you know they created the
Mm-hmm.
re-engagement center, and that re-engagement
Mm-hmm.
center that's where my most of my students come from. The re-engagement center,
Mm-hmm.
when students have been out of school for at least a year, stuff like that. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not hard for them to be bad on their credits. But you know what I realized, Dee?
But
Because of the school that we went to at the time that we went to that school, things looked a lot different for us than they did at the zone schools. Like it didn't look the same. Like it
yeah,
was
that's true.
easier for
I
them
can
to
imagine
fail out than it was for it was
for us.
because you know you got put out if you were out if your
Yeah.
grades didn't reach a certain. That's not like that at other schools. So, but in any event, I don't think it's like that
Mm-hmm.
no more now. But yeah, that was a mess.
Yeah.
What
Well, I'm
else? What
glad to hear that he
else?
graduated and everything.
Yeah, now he out in the world somewhere.
Hopefully doing some good.
Probably not. What you got going on? What else? What
All
else
right.
you got?
Let's I'm gonna say this because this is gonna tie into our double standard a little bit. I don't know if you heard about the woman who caught a 21-year-old girl in the bed with her 13-year-old son at her house and her home. Now I don't know how old mom is. Her age is irrelevant, but she came home from work, found a 21-year-old woman in her bed with her in a bed with her 13-year-old son. She immediately proceeded to not whoop her ass, but kind of gather her a little bit. She ain't fully like beat her down, but what she did do was record her and she ain't let her leave the house. She said, "You're gonna keep your ass right here. The police is on the way. You getting arrested tonight. Don't think you leaving my house because I will beat your ass, but then I'll be going to jail. So you
Mm-hmm.
gonna keep your ass right here till the police come." Now, mind you, the girl is talking to the young man. Get your mother type shit. Girl, what? Why are you continuously talking to my child?
Get
Like,
your
girl,
mother is crazy because what was he gonna get her to do?
you're a predator. Mind you, he was in the back talking his little shit, and every single time she was like, "Shut the fuck up. Shut your ass up. Go sit your ass down somewhere if I beat your ass." So the police came. She told them what happened, and they took her ass to jail because yes.
And she
The
should
reason
lose her
why
ass, bitch.
I'm
Because what are you doing? Like,
right.
ew.
The reason why I like to tie that into double standards is because there are sometimes men will say women are quick to call out predators when it's a man doing something, but not
Mm-hmm.
when a woman is doing something. So I just wanted to bring that up to say, yeah, it was a lot of women who were very upset about the situation. There was also another situation. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I might have to come back to it. I gotta look for it. Oh, here it is. There was another situation where this girl, wrote into this podcast to say, "Can y'all let me know what I should do about this?" Her boyfriend was showering with his 9-year-old daughter. And to him, that was appropriate behavior. When they got together, he was saying some bullshit about she's not comfortable taking showers by herself. They have always done this. Of course, him and the mom obviously are separated. To the point where it's like when she comes to his house, when they're spending time together, the little girl calls him to go like sleep in the bed. They sleep in the bed together as well, which is not that big of a deal. I ain't even gonna try to act like that's crazy for a father to sleep with his daughter in a bed. That's not outrageous to me. But the showers is like, she's 9 years old.
9 is too
She
old no matter who the
doesn't.
parent is.
She doesn't.
I'm not
Yeah,
a
no matter who
parent,
the parent is.
but 9 years old, unless the child
I
has
will
special
tell you.
needs or there's a reason why you're still, you don't need to be in the
Yeah,
shower with them though. Even if they have special needs, you don't need to be in
yeah,
the shower. Like you can
yeah.
help them shower. You ain't got to scrub a dub dub with them. That's
Right.
crazy to me.
Make a long story short, she ended up ending the relationship. She told him like she did bring it up to him like, hey, this is inappropriate. You should stop doing this. She should be showering on her own. You need to at least get her to the point where she can sleep on her own as well, so that we can have our intimate time. We all in a relationship together and all that kind of stuff. He like, no, she's comfortable doing this. We've been doing this all this time. She's not going to take the shower without me. Mind you, she said there has been several times she spent time with the daughter on her own. She was like, her and the daughter got along really well. They went out on little girl dates. I mean, dates,
Yeah.
female dates. And she talked to her about it. And what she gathered from the little girl is that it was more so for her dad and not for her, because there has been times where he was not home and she had no problem with showering on her own. It wasn't like a situation where she said, hey, go ahead and take a shower, and she was like, no, I gotta wait for my dad. She did it with no problem. She only called for him when he was there. So she said it struck her as it being a him thing and not a her thing. Like
Uh-huh.
maybe she was doing it because she felt like it made him feel comfortable, which is weird as fuck. So mind you, she was like, they talked about it. He said he wrong to stop doing. She was like, okay, cool. I can't deal with you no more. I'm not going to be party to this any longer. And he was like, okay, I really wish we could work it out, but could you please not mention this to nobody?
Excuse me, bitch. I'm gonna mention it to the police. Actually,
So,
why are we putting it?
so
Why is it going on Reddit? Like, why are we on Reddit? You don't
she
need to
definitely need
type
to call CPS.
anything but 911.
She definitely need to call CPS, the cops, the mother. She need to contact the mother and find out if the mother knows what's going on. Because the thing is this: if you actually thought it was something that was okay, why are you telling me not to tell nobody? Because if it was something in your mind that you thought was appropriate, and I told you, well, I'm gonna tell some people. Okay, cool. You're not, because
You
this
know
is
what's
nothing wrong.
interesting? Even though we're talking about double standards, I still got one black ass moment, but it also kind of
Mm-hmm.
ties into this, right? Two
Mm-hmm.
actually. I actually got two more black ass minutes, but they don't tie. One doesn't. Both of them kind of tie in.
Mm-hmm.
So the one I'm going to go to first is speaking to what you're talking about in terms of not just the weird dad, but the other dynamic with the kid,
Yeah, I was
right?
getting into that too.
So
Mm-hmm.
I was watching a clip earlier of Cam Newton being stupid again. There's nothing under that hat. Like there's nothing under it. He is such a buffoon. Like
Hey,
so he
Joker.
was on on his podcast that they should ban from the world with this woman named I want to say her name was Kendra G. And Kendra G and him were having two completely different conversations. So Kendra G was trying to get him to understand that you cannot make all of your children like whomever you're dating.
I heard about that. Yeah. Okay.
Here go this nigga talking about someone I think you're projecting, and I his conversation was about making sure that you guide your kids properly to
Uh huh.
understanding that everything that they dislike is not always going to be bad for them. Like, you don't give your kids candy when they should be eating
Okay.
vegetables, or you don't let them stay up all night just because they want to. Yes, that has absolutely nothing to do with the fuck she was talking about, Cam Newton. Absolutely nothing. So she was like, yes, you can teach your kids to have respect and things like that, but you cannot
Yeah,
make your kids like somebody. You are not in control
yeah,
of your kids' emotions. And he was just like, well, I just think that's
right.
wrong because he's a fucking idiot. But my thing is, were you not ever? And he was like, well, respectfully, I hate it, and I hate it is the biggest trigger in the world for me. I hate well, I'm gonna have to correct you because you don't have kids, ass nigga. First of all, I was a kid. I remember
Kim
how my
5
parenting
had.
made me feel. I remember how the
Yeah,
parenting that I received made me feel. Like, I
yeah.
don't understand why people become adults and act like they didn't have emotions as kids. This is that's the thing that pisses me off more than anything. But it made me think about what you were talking about in terms of the little girl, like trying to
Mhm.
protect her father's feelings. For
Yep.
me, even outside of the other possible implications that are there, because we know that they're a possibility, right? We know the world we live in, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about more of the emotional strain that puts on the child, having to put your parents' feelings above your comfort. Like, that's
Hmm.
insane to me. And then that makes me think about my last black ass minute. You ready for it?
Hmm.
I'm not even going to drum roll. So we've been talking about this. Me and you had this conversation years ago, and it's crazy that it's coming back up now, right? Remember we've been talking about years ago when Wanye tried to play it off like him fucking with Brandy was not like he first of all he tried to make it sound like he never fucked with Brandy back in the day. Remember doing the verses time? This was around 2020, around the verses time
Hmm.
where they was preparing and he was doing whatever and people kept asking him about his relationship with Brandy. And he kept saying, oh, she was the little sis. We were cool. It was never really, really like that. I was more of a mentor, trying to make it seem like he was never fucking with Brandy. So recently, we just found out that from Adina Howard that her and Brandy was kind of beefing over Wanye. Mind you, her and Adina Howard were the same. Him and Adina Howard were the same age.
Hmm.
And her and Brandy was kind of Adina's Howard. She claims that her career kind of got bumped because not her whole career, of course, obviously, but she got bumped because she was on the same label with Brandy, and her and Brandy was beefing because of Wanye.
Right.
Just for Brandy to just recently come out, maybe like last week sometime, saying that she now realizes, or she has been silent for years about the fact that her relationship with Wanye was very much inappropriate because he was 22 and she was 16. Like, he watched her go to prom with Kobe Bryant. Why couldn't you go to the prom, Wanye? Because you was too old to go to prom?
Hmm.
And then he sat on that Breakfast Club interview, all of Boys and Men the other day, sitting on the Breakfast Club interviews about something. She wasn't that young. She wasn't too young to get it. She was too young to get it. She was 16. And I know that the age of consent, I know that that's a murky thing in certain states, but she was very much, and now everybody trying to make it seem, I hate her. Well, she knew what she was doing when
No
she was
break.
16.
Hmm.
She knew that she
Yeah,
wanted
that's
to be a singer. Yeah, sure. She knew she wanted a
facts.
career
Hello.
in music, but much of anything else, she was not. We were still treating Brandy like she was a kid right before she had a baby. Granted, her mother kind of orchestrated that. We were still treating Brandy like she was a kid right up until she was
We were.
preparing to give us a fake
Hmm.
marriage and a baby out of wedlock, unbeknownst to us.
Hmm.
Why would y'all think that her mindset, if in her 20s she felt like she had to fake being married because she got pregnant, what make you
Hmm.
think that she was old enough, even though she might have been being sneaky or whatever the case was, because her mother definitely ended the relationship? Why, yeah, you knew that girl was a little girl.
I don't even watch the reality show, but yeah, he definitely knew she was a little girl.
Had the
That's why I be
whole
saying,
reality TV show killed me.
well, all the shit that be coming out about these celebrities, R. Kelly, P. Diddy, all this stuff messing with children. A lot of them are very quiet. A lot of them be on hush because they be doing the same shit.
Hmm.
At this point,
And it's like,
when I hear about one of them messing with some children, it's just not even surprising. At this point, I'm just hoping I can still hold on to just a little
hmm
bit of my playlist.
no, baby, you won't be able
I
to.
would, I would like
Don't
to
look
hold
to
on to
do that.
somebody.
If at this point we might as well just say fuck it.
Crazy.
You did what you did. Like, this is what gets me right. Not so much for Diddy. Diddy is, I'm never giving his music up, and I'm sorry. It's just too much music to give up. I'm not going out of my way for that. Fuck him. I'm not going out of the way about the music because most of the music wasn't even him anyway. It was other people. They didn't do it. He
Mm-hmm.
did it. Now some of them probably did it too, but that's not a him or did. Until I find out that they did it, I'm going to keep on playing. Now, what gets me about Wanya is Wanya, you was only 22. 22 and 16, that is a bit of a jump, but I also consider the industry that they was both in. So with that in mind, if you were to just come out today and say, you know what, I was too old for her back then. Because he was still under 25. They say that your brain is not fully developed until you're 25. So you can even give him a little bit of leeway. Like, you know what, when I was younger, I did some shit I wasn't supposed to be doing. I would be willing to forgive if you came out and said, you know what, I was wrong for dating that young girl at that time. Like,
Yeah,
that's not
yeah.
you can say you did something that you wasn't supposed to. I would respect that more than, well, she wasn't that young. She was. She was, and now you look like a creep when you could have just said, you know what, I wouldn't want that for my own daughter. What I did was wrong.
Gentle, I respect your position. I would have to say that I don't agree though. I always respect that perspective coming from anyone, but for me personally, I can't do it. I can't separate the art from the artist. Now, what I will say is, it depends on what you did. You know what I mean? But pedophilia, rape, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to separate the art from the artist with stuff like that. I'm just not gonna be able to do it.
I
I do
can't
kind
fool
of
with R.
want to tie
Kelly,
this
but
up.
that's because I never liked R. Kelly even before I knew about what he was doing.
Let me tell you, I loved R.
I
Kelly.
only
So it
like the
was
Chocolate Factory album
very, very
and Trapped in the
difficult.
Closet.
I
I'm not giving up
every
Trapped in the
album.
Closet. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
Yeah, I gave it all up.
But
I was on R. Kelly something fierce. When I tell you every single album
he
I
would have
think
been
I
on you too,
had.
D.
Um,
Had he had a chance.
I had hello Noella. I had every single album, so I'm not even gonna say when everything went down. And let me clarify this. When everything went down for real, I was still a kid. Like when we first found out what was going, I was a kid. I wasn't really paying attention. But when these documentaries started really coming out, and when he got
hmm
arrested, I had to really be like, I can't. I can't do it no
Yeah.
more. I don't know how to listen to it, then try to explain to my daughter why I'm listening to it. So I had to let it go. But I do kind of want to, bring this full circle, wrap this up into a bow as to, me explaining, the double standard parts of all this. I want to bring in this not the last week, one black ass minute, because I got a few. But
Oh, we ain't done with
the
them.
last one I have
Yes.
the last one I have on this subject. So I want to read y'all something. This is something that some grown ass woman wrote. I want to say she could be in her 30s. Let's just assume she's in her 30s. So this is what it says. Y'all like them old ass niggas. I love me some YNs. You got to get them fresh out of school and mold them. Show him how to get a bag. Fuck him good. By the time he turned 25, you done built the nigga empire and can sit back, kick your feet up. I bet he never forget you. What? Oh Lord, they trying to end my live, y'all. 1 second. All right, we good. Yeah. So the reason why I wanna bring this double standard thing back up, because I realize that it may not happen enough. But I don't want men to get it twisted. Us women do not fuck with women who mess with children. We don't do it. Now, like I said, we may go a lot harder when it comes to men messing with children. I must agree with that. But I do want it to be known as well as in general, we not fucking with the whole grown ass people messing with children thing. We still even get a little perturbed when it's like a 30-year-old woman and like an 18, 19-year-old young man, legal and all. We get that, but it's just like
Yuck.
it's a little it's
Yuck.
strange. So I just want to put that double standard part out. Like, yeah, we as a whole, we not really fucking with that. Like, leave these children alone. Let them date each other. Like, what are you doing? Kids alone. But yeah, so I had to put that out because there was a woman who reposted this statement that this woman put out. I think she put it out on Facebook. There was a woman who was speaking about this, not a man. So I want to let y'all know. I know we be on y'all ass, but we on these women's ass too, because leave these children alone. Like the fuck? know you trying to gather it.
So is she like a nigga
Oh, is it?
trainer?
Oh, you can't. Okay, so that's why they
Like, is she
trying
like
her
a
out. What did I
trainer?
say?
Like,
I
is
don't
she like
know.
a man trainer? Is she training him up to be with another woman? Like, what's the goal there? Because
She training him up to
I
I
don't
don't know. Based on what
understand
you saying, it just
what
seems
the end
like
goal
she's trying to build
is in
him
this
up, give
situation.
him the game, show him how to make money, so that she can sit back and kick her feet up while he go out there and work and bring the money home to her. That's what it's. That's what I
Does
gather.
she think he's gonna stay with her for an extended period of time? Because this is the thing that I don't think people understand. And I think this is no shade to women our age because I think most of us are aging wonderfully, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every day someone else turns 18. Every day
That's very
someone
true.
else turns 21. And the thing about it is men are going to want women, and that's not to say that there aren't completely grown men with completely grown women who are of a
Mm-hmm.
different age range. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? But we're not going to pretend like men who are still young and are preparing for their lives. You look crazy. Let that man go be with somebody that's of a childbearing age.
Yeah.
Cause what are you
Yep.
doing, sister?
Hello, Blanco. Yeah, it was a
Cause
mess.
what? Cause what are you doing here? And
Mm-hmm.
I just what was the plan? Because here's the thing. Okay, so he lets you let him come suck on your saggy titties, and you teach him how to cook beans and hot dogs and how to clean under his balls real good. And after he does that, he learns how to make some money, goes to college or something like that. He because you're not trying to convince him to go to college. Let's start there. You're not trying to convince him to go to
Mm-hmm.
college because you know what's there, bitches, his age. And you don't
Yep.
want him to be up under them. You don't want him to be around women his age. So you're going to convince him or teach him how to get money on the block.
Mm-hmm.
Pew.
I tell
You know
you.
what gets me? And this has nothing to do with the subject that we're talking about, but because I goldfish sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
we gotta stop acting like a lot of the music that these men are listening to is not male Keisha Cole music. It just be male Keisha Cole music. What they talking about? They talking about running down on a nigga that did them wrong. What is Keisha Cole talking about? Running down on a nigga that did her wrong. Never
Mm-hmm.
trusting a nigga again. What is Keisha Cole talking about? Never trusting a nigga again.
Yeah.
Just saying. Keisha Cole to drill beats. Only thing they adding is guns. That ain't got shit to
I
do with
have so
anything. I just wanted to say that.
I have so many topics. Did you have something?
I did not.
All right, I want to bring something lighthearted in before I get back into another double standard. Finesse two times be getting me all the way together. When I tell you, I love watching Finesse two times on TikTok. I don't know if he ever will make music again or if he currently making music. I don't
He
know. I
don't
don't
need
pay attention
to.
to that part. But that nigga needs to be a comedian because he be having me dying laughing. If he don't stay in the music game, he need to consider comedy. Because when I tell you, that man be having me fucking rolling
What he
every
say?
single time. He
I don't
said, "What
know.
he say?" It was like people be thinking, "Oh, we can't put our hands on these young niggas." He said, "Today we can't. It's 2026. These young niggas getting smacked." He was like, "I'm not trying to hear none of that." He was like, "These young niggas approach me wrong. They getting smacked." I'm like, "Oh my god." He is hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, you know what? I will tie in a double standard. Because he was a. All right, let me see if I can show y'all a picture. You'll be able to tell me who this is because I don't know his name. Let me see if I can. I don't know if. Wait, y'all can see it. Can you see him?
Skinbone.
Okay.
His name is
So he
Skinbone.
was on. He has a podcast.
Probably.
But anyway, he was on some little show, Finesse Two Times as a guest, and he was like, you look like a stud. So finesse two times
Don't he
laughing,
got a
all of that
beard?
stuff. Dude, let me see. Let me finish playing the video so I can see his face. No, he. If he pick his head up.
If
I
he pick
think he
his head
shaved his
up.
face. Yeah,
If he pick his head
he got
up.
a mustache, but he shaved his beard. He had his head down laughing. That's why I said that. So basically, he laughed with him, but at the end of it, he was like, in real life, I will fuck you up.
I
He
love
was
that for
like,
him.
in real life, I will beat your ass. But what I will say is this: this is the double standard,
Wait,
right?
Skin Bone
Because
told Finesse 2 times
he
that
told
he
me
looked like
that
a
two
stud.
times. He looked like a stud. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is the double standard, right?
He did.
we we get to say as women, we get to say that transgender women or gay men or whatever, they mimic themselves after us. We get to say that nobody bats an eye, right? But
Right.
when straight men say studs dress like us, then people be like, no, you just like a stud. But didn't
They get it
the
from the men's
man.
department.
Right. But the man, because you got to think about it like this. If y'all say that women are the blueprint and, transgender women copy parts of their style or they mimic us or, even gay men with the nails and the wigs and all that, us being the blueprint that they mimic, why is that not the same concept for men? Like, men would
That's
be
a
the
thing.
blueprint that's I've heard that a few times. Matter of fact, Marquise mentioned to me a few times where people will say like, "Yo, you dress like a stud," or "You look like a stud." Like, no, the stud dresses they dress like me. I'm not dressing like a stud. I'm dressing like me. Like I
Huh.
have been
Wait
shopping
a
in the
minute.
men's department all of my life. So for y'all to say that, oh no, studs get their style, you get your style from a no, that's backwards. But they be on men about that shit, but they don't do that to us. So that's the double standard for me because it's like we're allowed to say no, we the blueprint. People get that shit from us, but men aren't allowed to be like no, like I'm the blueprint. I'm not. How can I be dressing like a stud? And just like with this comment, it might have been funny, but no, I don't look like a stud. Studs look like me. If we going to be real about it, so that's my double standard. Hello,
See, but
Bella.
that's the thing, though. But that's the thing. When somebody says that somebody, not dressing wise, but when they say they look like a stud, it's because
Like somebody specific.
no, it means that they still have a face that is more feminine than masculine, but it's like you're trying to look masculine. I'm saying the same thing you're saying, I think, but it's like
Hmm.
it's like how
Well,
how Manny Fresh doesn't
hello,
look. He
Tamika.
looks like a man, but he looks like a woman trying to be a man. If that makes sense.
Listen, I'll meet you halfway. I'll give you some people. I'll give you Manny Fresh. I get the look. I get the look. But finesse you,
Yeah, I see it.
that man looks like a nigga. I don't see the feminine in his
Or
face.
he looked like a stud that used to get high.
Okay,
Yep.
maybe,
You see
maybe.
it.
But y'all got to stop forcing that down our men's throats to say, "Oh no, how you gonna tell me what you look like?" Because nigga, I know what I look like.
I
Like
don't know. I
I'm the
just feel
blueprint.
like,
Let's be real.
yeah, I get what
Hey,
you're saying,
Dina.
D.
Yeah,
I
we
just,
just gotta we do that to men a lot where it's like when the shoe was on the other foot, now it's like, oh no, you are what I say you are, but we get to be whoever we want. You know what I mean? But soon as men come out and say, no, like this is who I am. No, you are what I tell you you are. Like that shit is
yeah,
it's weird. It's the double standard. It is what it is. It don't make sense.
I like double standards. I like the ones that benefit me the most. I really enjoy that. I like that I can be, even though it's an insult, I like that I can use being, yeah, that is a good point, Gentle, in general. But
I don't know
yeah,
why either. I had this conversation about EJ Johnson a couple weeks ago. Like, why do y'all keep doing that? Because we not bothering y'all. It's always some, oh, I'm killing the girls in the room, or I'm taking all that men, or whatever. Like, we not. What is the issue? What is the
it's a
beef?
weird
Like, we
back
don't
and
have no
forth
beef.
that's not really necessary, to be honest.
It's not necessary at all. Let's see. Do I got something else lighthearted, or do I gotta punch y'all in the gut with it? Let's see. I'm gonna say something quick. I don't. Okay, do I want to mention this? Because it's not lighthearted. I'll say it. I'll try to mention it quickly. So there was this lady, a daycare teacher or something. She said she was attracted to one of the 5-year-olds in her class.
Huh?
Um, she also has a 5-year-old child son that
What?
she also said that she was attracted to.
What you mean?
She mentioned that she never did anything to either children. Never there was never any inappropriate touching or whatever. Right? He was goofy for saying that, goofy as shit. Um, but the person who was doing the video explaining the situation, she was like, the fact that y'all keep coming to social media with this is ridiculous. No, I disagree with you.
Yeah, tell
I
us that
want
you're
y'all
weird
to
like that,
keep
please.
I want y'all to keep on telling us this weird shit that y'all be doing. Please don't stop. Even when people get mad at like certain racist comments people make, please keep making them. Because I need to
So
know
let
where
me
you stand.
let me be a
I
weirdo
can't
real
even
quick. I want to be a weirdo
Mhm,
real quick, right?
mhm,
Because this is the thing. You know, I'm a teacher.
mhm,
I think there's a very, very, very crucial difference between, you know what? I think girls his age would find him attractive. This
mhm.
child is a conventionally pretty or conventionally nice
Right.
looking person,
Looking
right? They
child.
have good features that would
Mhm.
make them attractive to someone their age.
Right.
That is very different than,
Mhm.
ooh, I find them attractive.
Yeah,
How do we blur that? How do
that's
we get
way
to the
different.
space where that gets blurred? I don't understand how
Mhm.
that goes through people's minds. And it's like it's increasing in this age. So I don't
Yeah, it is, man. And what I will say is this: to give a little bit of a benefit of the doubt, what I will say is this: one thing we have to realize about pedophilia, not only is it a crime, but it is a mental illness. It's a
I don't think
sickness.
we can say that word. I think that's why they keep trying to end your life.
They didn't end it that time. I don't know what I said, but what I'm supposed to say, PDF.
Sure.
So the thing about that is it is an actual sickness, and I don't want to say commend. I don't want to use that word, but there is something to be said about someone PDF files, right? About someone coming out to say, "Hey, I have this going on with me. I have not done anything to anyone, but I'm putting that out there in the universe so that I can either get some help or I can be locked up or I can be put somewhere away from this group of people." I don't want to say I respect it because it sounds crazy, but please at all times let us
I can
know
respect
who
it. I
you
don't think it
are.
sounds crazy to say you respect somebody for knowing that they are sick in some way and wanting to get
Yeah,
help.
yeah.
I don't think
So
there's
I
anything
don't.
wrong with that.
I must say I don't agree with y'all when y'all keep saying, "Oh my God, please don't keep bringing this to the internet. Please keep on bringing it to the
Yeah.
internet. Show your face. Let me see who you are, so that I know that I cannot have my child around you. But also at the same time, please go get yourself some help. If you cannot go get yourself some help,
Yeah.
we handle that through the
But the
police
conversation
and
is there's
and
not
all
really a
that.
space when we really think about it. I know this sounds
It's not.
crazy. Like I hope it doesn't sound like
Yeah,
I'm trying to defend this set of people, but I'm just thinking
yeah.
objectively, right? I have the unfortunates of being an objective thinker.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that in society that we cast those people out. We
Hello,
don't want
Ryder.
those people around us, right? We know
Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
there's threats of violence towards those kinds of people and things like that. So I can see why it would make somebody that is like that not want to get help. I wish the
Mm-hmm.
conversation was if you feel like this is how you are, I want you to get help. But if you don't
Yeah.
decide to get help and you decide to inflict some type of harm on the people in our society, then we gotta fuck you up. I feel like that should be the way
Yeah.
that the conversation needs to go. Because if you can get some type of help for it, which we don't know, who knows what that help looks like. I don't know. But IDK,
Yep.
my BFF Jill. IDK, my BFF Jill. Dang, I
Yeah.
wanted to talk about something. It was something that was just in my mind. Oh, Dee Dee, I was tricking this week.
You was
Last
tricking.
week. I was tricking. I tricked
Oh, what
off on
happened?
my man.
Ah! Ah!
Took took him to the
Look,
took
ain't
him to
nothing
the
wrong with
Old
that.
Navy and spent a little bag on him.
You took him to real life though.
Yeah, took it to real life.
Mm-hmm.
Took him to the Old
Mm-hmm.
Navy. Said you can have whatever you like. That nigga did not
Yeah.
want none of that shit at that store. He didn't even put on none of them goddamn
That is
clothes.
crazy.
When he
I
took that back, I
immediately
him some
just
boyfriend clothes. Cause he gonna give him
I
some
immediately
boyfriend clothes. And you know what's crazy? That's a
uh
double standard. Well, maybe it's not a double
what?
standard. That we can tell men how to dress, but men can't
Miss
tell
Jones.
us how to.
Say that again, Anita. I'm sitting here looking at gentle comment.
I
Say it
said
again.
it's like we can tell men how to dress, but men can't tell us how to dress.
Yeah, that's a double standard.
Like even with
Well,
me saying that niggas should
well,
not be allowed to wear cornrows, who am I to say that niggas should not be allowed to wear cornrows? But if a
well. This
man
is
was
what
to
I
say
say.
it,
Yeah. Yes, I agree and I don't agree. So I'll say this. On a everyday basis, absolutely. A man is not allowed to say, why you wearing that kind of thing? I don't want you to wear that.
mm-hmm,
But it depends on how you say it. If you be like, hey babe, I like when you wear that thing. Man, she will wash that shit every day and put it on every day if she could.
mm-hmm,
Or like we were just explaining, hey, if you lay me a little dress out and some shoes out and you say, hey, I want you to wear this tonight, we going to this place, we do like
mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah, I
So
do.
I get what you're
Indeed.
saying, but on the grand and in the grand scheme of things, yeah, you can't tell your woman like, yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't wear that because it's immediately going to turn into what the fuck you mean I shouldn't wear this? What's wrong with this? But I can tell
I
you,
think
hey
we
babe, I
talked.
pull out your socks and your drawers and your pants and your shirt. This is
Mm-hmm.
what you gonna wear. Yeah, yep,
Yep.
that's true.
Down to the socks.
Down to the socks, the
Down to the
shoes. We gonna
socks.
match too. We gonna match too. I'm
We
wearing the
gonna
same
match
color
because
you
I
wear.
always
We gonna
wanted.
match.
I went to church when I used to go to Garden of Prayer when I was a kid. I went to church with this lady named Sister Farmer. God rest her soul. Sister Farmer lived to
Uh huh.
be about 100 years old, maybe 101, maybe
Ooh.
101. Sister Farmer had a husband, Mr. Farmer, Deacon
Mm-hmm.
Farmer. God rest his soul as well. Sister Farmer used to come in her 90s with a whole matching outfit, purse, and husband. Because when I tell you she wore that man like an accessory, I said, I want to be like Sister Farmer when I grow up. I mean, everything
Mm-hmm.
coordinated. I knew she picked his outfits out. He didn't pick none of the clothes out on his own. And I don't know. I want to be able to live my life like that as well, where I make my man wear what I want.
When I tell y'all, Marquise is not having it.
I know.
Not he hates. He does not like to match with me at all. I'd be excited even in moments where we slip up and wear the same color shirt. And then I point it out. Like, oh, we matching. He'll give me the side eye, the eye roll. Like, here you go with this shit. Like, why
I'm
can't
on
we match?
Marquis side with that. I'd like to I'd
I
like
think
to
it's the
coordinate, but to match, like it's like if we both wear white shirts, blue jeans, same sneakers, one of us got to run in front of a truck. One of us got to run in front of a truck. We can't both wear this outfit. I'm not doing
he
this. No,
hates, he
hell
hated, he
no.
hated.
Because one of us got the trade. I'm just saying. I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
gentle. Shit is real. Shit is real out here. Like I bought us both
What
the
else I
same
get?
shirt. I bought us both an ODB shirt, but we better never wear it on the same day.
Right.
And I
Mm-hmm.
didn't like that. I had to get him a small and get me a large.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
All right, I got another
It
one.
was really upsetting.
In the spirit of let them say that, right? There was this video where this Hispanic family, it was somebody's birthday, they were saying happy birthday. She went to blow the candles out and she backed up because I guess she knew what was about to happen. This is a grown woman, mind you. She backed up, but then her family member, some woman, grabbed her by the hair, pulled her hair forward, and just to smash her face in the cake. So a person was doing the stitch video of that, and she was like, people are saying, oh, leave us alone, that's our culture. And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to hear that. Why ain't you trying to
Skim.
hear it? Because this is the thing. If that's their culture, then let them be. Leave them people alone. Because when we do something in our culture, like for instance, when Zendaya and Tiana Taylor was having that catty conversation that wasn't really catty at the Oscars, and other people were like, oh, they arguing. That's not what was going on. mind your business because this is our culture and this is how we sometimes communicate. Why can't we also mind our business? At the end of the day, it wasn't a child. This was a grown woman. She can defend herself. If it's a part of their culture that they get their head grabbed and smashed into a cake, then let them have it. Why we gotta mind the people's business? That woman can defend herself. Let the people live. If they say it's a part of that culture that up until the age of 50, you get your head smashed in the cake. Let them smash each other's head in the cake.
What
It's not my
culture?
business.
What culture was that?
So let me see if I can show y'all the video. I don't know if am I gonna be able to turn it up? Yeah, I am.
Because the
Hold
way
on.
that I
Let
would
me
have had
check.
to whoop her ass
Now you're gonna see a
for
snippet
the
of another
culture.
video, which I'm gonna talk about next. But let me see.
So look at this. What? First of all, BTA then call the police. Now, need y'all.
And I'm just like,
Her hair eats whoever she is.
yeah, I like her. I follow her. I think she's a comedian, but she also, what's her name? So her name is Love Jones. So go check her out on TikTok. But yeah,
Hmm.
I'm just like, bro, let them be. Let them. If they say that's their culture, let them have it. Because I don't want nobody coming here disrupting my culture and telling me what to do and how we need to be and all that other shit either. So if they like smashing each other's face in the cake, let them smash each other's face in that cake.
She ain't
It's
seem like she want her
crazy,
face
but
smashed in the cake though.
she didn't, but look, they said that's their culture. So, and that's not the first time I've seen it. That's the crazy thing. I've seen them do that with their children as well, like in a very forceful way. Now, mind you, we used to do that. So I don't know if it's just a black and brown thing. I don't know. I never did that to my child though, because I think that's absolutely ridiculous to
Mm-hmm.
take a baby's face and
Smash it into a
smash it into
cake.
like, and I let that be known to everybody around who was celebrating my child's birthday. Don't smash her face into no cake, cause that shit not funny. That shit has never been funny to me. Like, why do y'all think? I don't think it's funny. So that has never been a tradition in my household. I have never smashed my child's face into a cake. I shall never be smashing my child's face into a cake. I don't think it's funny. But if that's what they
Damn, I
say,
want some cake.
I wanted some red lobster when I mentioned it a second ago. All right, let's see what else we got. Now
I want
this
some
may
cake
take a while.
bad.
I want to talk about hairstylists. I don't the video that I don't know if y'all saw a snippet of the other one that I kind of showed. So this girl went to get her hair done for her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, gentle. Thank you for joining. We appreciate it. She went to get her hair done. And the girl apparently did not do her hair the way she wanted. It was her birthday. She
Mm-hmm.
left the salon crying, like
Why'd you leave the
crying real
salon?
tears. She got her hair done. She got her hair finished, but she was crying because she didn't like the hairstyle. So
So why did she leave the salon?
she went why didn't she say something? I don't know. She did. So let me say this. She wanted a ponytail, a sleek ponytail, but she wanted the ponytail to be a fishtail braid or whatever. But what happened was, based on her side of things, she showed up, her hair wasn't washed. The girl said, I had asked her could she wash my hair. She said, okay, no problem, but since I'm washing your hair, I'm not going to have time to do the style that you're requesting or whatever. So she was upset by that. Mind you, she sat in the chair crying, and the girl was like, what's up? Like, why are you crying? Um, and she just kind of was like nothing, and just got her hair done and left with the regular ponytail. The stylist said what happened was on her booking site, it says you must show up with your hair pre-washed. We know a lot of hairstylists do that now. Must show up with your hair pre-washed. The girl did not show up with her hair pre-washed. She also booked a completely different service that was not a sleek ponytail at all. She booked a completely different service, and she didn't show up with a hair wash. She got there and said, I didn't wash my hair. She washed her hair first, got that done, and then after the fact, when she was setting up the original hairstyle, the girl was like, oh, by the way, can you change the hairstyle? I want to change the hairstyle completely. She said, okay, I went ahead and did it because she was a repeat client. But because one, I had to waste time washing her hair because she didn't book the wash ahead of time, and two, she completely changed the hairstyle. I told her like I can change it for you, but I'm not gonna have time to do the fishtail. Now there are people going back and forth about it because people are like, "Girl, a fishtail takes no time. Like you could have did
That's
the
what I'm
fishtail
saying.
already."
Like,
Yeah, so they saying a fishtail takes no time. My thing is this. I feel like because I done ran into so many horror stories of people getting their hair done by these at these salons that's dirty, or they keep stopping, they keep feeding their kids, they keep leaving to go smoke, or they show up and the person's late, or the fucking they show up and the person don't. It's just a bunch of different horror
it's just
stories.
some bullshit.
And my
Yeah.
thing is this. Yeah, my thing is this. One, I miss old school hair salons. One,
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind sitting in the hair salon all day. I miss the times we could call and say, okay, I'm gonna come in on this day. I don't plan nothing else for the entire day because I know I'm gonna be in the salon all day. But we're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
in that kiki, we're gonna have a good time. I miss that. This new booking shit where it's like I'm booking in a way so that I only have you in the salon, nobody else is here. I want to get you done and that's good. That's kind
And
of
I don't know
good. I
why it's
respect
like
that.
that.
I kind of respect it because like it kind of does respect your time and it respects the client's time as well. I personally don't mind sitting in the salon all day because that's what I'm used to. These younger kids, maybe that's not what they're used to. I don't know. But what I will say is this. One, all these hairstylists that's like, oh, you got to come with your hair pre-washed. Me personally, I don't book with you.
I'm not doing that.
When I go
Yeah,
to a
because I'm not
hair
doing that.
salon to get my hair done, I'm going to need you to wash my hair. So if you
Especially
got
since as a stylist, you're supposed to have better shampoo than me.
that,
I want your good
that,
shampoo. I want your good products.
and
If I
I've
could
heard
wash my,
other
if I can
hairstylists.
do my own hair at home.
Exactly. And I've heard other hairstylists say like it's against some kind of regulation that you're
It
not washing your
is.
client's hair or something. Okay. So for me, when I see that on somebody's booking website, I just simply don't book because I want you to wash my hair. I'm not washing my hair. I'm not washing my hair before I come there. Now, what I will do sometimes, a lot of braiders will say that. A lot of braiders will say, come pre-wash with your hair blown
Right.
out. That I will participate in. But what I want them to understand is that for a person with 4C hair, my child, when I blow her hair out, when I blow dry her hair, it's not going to be fully blown out when she get to
Mm-mm.
you. Because once that air and that sun hit it, it's going to begin to shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink. So it may be what you want to call bone straight before we leave the house. She's not going to show up to you like that. So I want them to understand that. But yeah, overall, you can't fully blame the stylist. If I put in my bio or whatever in my instructions, come with your hair pre-washed, then you want to complain when you get to the salon and she got to wash her hair. You already know because you said you're a repeat client. You know you got to come with your hair pre-washed.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't want to come with your hair pre-washed, then book with somebody else who will wash your hair. But you came, your hair wasn't washed, and you know she said you need to. So that does take up some time. I don't know how much time. I'm not familiar with fishtail braids. People say it wouldn't have took that long. So
Right.
okay, I can see that she it probably was a little spiteful. She probably was like, okay, so you want to show up here with your hair not washed, and you want to change the style? I got something for your ass. I'm gonna give you what I want to give you, and you gonna get about my chair. That's kind of the energy. That's probably what the energy was. But it's
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like when I think about hairstylists and clients, to me that relationship looks a lot like black women and black men discourse. Like there's right and
Mm.
wrongs on both sides. It's not just one person's fault because there's also some nasty ass clients out there. There's
Mm-hmm.
clients who show up late. There's clients who show up with 6 children to your
Mm-hmm.
doorstep. There's clients who show up knowing, they hair got to be washed and don't. Or there's clients who come with a full blown hairstyle in their head that you got to take
Right.
out.
Waiting for you to
Like,
take
so
the shit out. Right.
yeah, so let's not act like it don't be issues on both sides. I don't like the narrative that is always the hairstylist's fault or it's always the client's fault. At the end of the day, y'all know these new age hairstylists got all these rules. Read the rules. If you don't like the rules, find you another hairstylist.
Giving me
That's what I
rules
would
when
do.
I'm about to give you my money is the fuck crazy. And I'm gonna let you know this right
Yeah.
now. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
automatically
Hey
assume,
y'all
and this
know
night I might get chewed out for this one. I might get chewed out for this one. I don't care. I'm gonna automatically assume that you don't have a hair license if you tell me come to you with my hair washed already. Bitch,
Not.
you don't have a license. And I'm not coming to you. You probably
Yeah, they
don't know how
probably
to
do.
trim ends, and all you know how to do is throw a weave in a bitch's head. No thanks.
Mhm.
Because I need my hair
Mhm.
washed because I need you to know what my hair looks like in every
Yep,
state.
and that's what
Why?
somebody was
Because your
saying.
whole job as a stylist is to help my hair to
Mhm.
grow. You're not
Yeah,
about to have me walking around looking like an ostrich, bitch, because you want to pay your way through life, because you want to go to Dubai, and because you want to be able to go on a carnival cruise and dance to where them fans at. No, ho, you're gonna wash my hair.
that's
You're gonna
exactly
wash
what it
it. You're gonna
be.
blow dry it. You're gonna trim it. You're gonna make sure that if I come to you looking like Florida Evans, ho, I need to leave looking like Walona.
Exactly. And that's what it be. They don't be having licenses. Because it's
Yeah,
nothing to
like
create a booking
no.
site. They know how to do hairs, nothing to create a booking site. They go ahead and book it and they say, look, I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like washing hair. I don't feel like doing that, this, that, and the third. So let me let them know ahead of time I'm not doing it. And it's like y'all be mad at them, but y'all read the shit. You could have not booked. I'm not booking with nobody once they tell me they're not washing my hair.
I'm not.
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm too old, but like no, I'm not doing that.
Maybe because baby, the way I'm not
Somebody know
doing
what
that,
they doing.
the way I will tell you go to hell so fast, I'm not doing that. I
Yeah,
need my hair washed when I go to the salon. Why am I coming with my hair? Like no, no, wash my. That's part of this. That
and
is a
that was
part of.
like,
That's a part of. And if you're charging me extra to wash my hair,
and then that's another thing. They will charge you extra to wash the hair, and then it's like, how you not even wash my hair correctly? It's people out here who real life do not know how to take care of their hair. Real
hmm
life, like how you not even washed it right? And
my
then you
thing
just gonna throw
is
it
that's what I mean.
in.
Like when you get into
On
a certain
tell me.
service industry, you gotta have a certain
Mhm.
heart to enter the service industry. Like you can't be a nasty person and decide that like all the talent in the world will not
Mhm.
benefit you if you are a nasty spirited person. Because at the end of the day, yeah, great, you know how to do a great French roll, but bitch, you talk about me real bad when I go to the bathroom and I can hear you because you only got a sheet up.
Yep.
Like, no.
It'd be a mess. Let me see. Do I have
Mm-mm.
another? No, that's just Trick Daddy again. That was one
Drink
thing
that
I was
love the
going.
kids.
Oh, this one is kind of it's sad, but it's like it's amazing that it worked out that way. Did you see the video of the woman going to the car? Her husband was asleep in the car. He had been
Right.
asleep in the car for about an hour. She went out with her
Oh
phone,
yeah, I seen that abusive hoe.
so it made it all the way to
Maybe
people's
she not
podcast.
abusive. She might not be abusive.
She might not be. So it made it all the way to Joe Budden's podcast, and it made it all the way to another podcast. Because now, mind you, I don't know if the husband realized he was recording, but he does watch Joe Budden's podcast and whatever other podcast, and he left her because it was getting around on the podcast.
Because that's a
So she did a
violation of my
video.
privacy.
She did a video and was like, I want to thank all the podcasts out there. Like, thanks a lot. You made me lose my relationship. What I will say is this, honey, you
Girl,
shouldn't
where's
have
the
put that out there.
accountability?
Nobody asked you to record a video of that man and put it out on social media. I can't stand, and I say it all the time, if you don't want to be judged, do not put it on social media. That's what social media will do. We will judge you every time. That's what it's for in our eyes, to be judged. If you didn't want to be judged, you shouldn't have put it out there. What I will say is this, though. It absolutely did look like you were not trying to give that man his peace. That's what it looked like. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on in your household. Maybe you got kids in the house. Maybe you haven't slept either. Maybe you're also very busy. I don't know. I'm not getting in your business. But if you didn't want us in your business,
You shouldn't have put it on the
you
internet.
shouldn't have, even if you were going to record it and you wanted to look at it later or show your husband later or whatever, why did you put it on social media? And now you mad at us
This is
because
what
you put
happens when
it.
you're not a reflective person, though. Because there's no way she watched that video and said, mm-hmm, this won't go in my favor. There's no
Yep.
way she watched that video and didn't hear herself say, damn, you a clingy bitch. Like, let that man take a nap in the car. You know how
Yep.
tired you got? You know how tired of some shit you gotta be to go take a nap in the car? You got to be fed up to go take
Fed
a
up.
wasting gas in this
No, and
economy.
I don't even think he came in the house at all. He had just got off of work and just never even got out the car to
And a
go
lot
in
of
the
people like
house.
to decompress in the car.
Yeah.
I live alone and I will sit in my car for an hour just to decompress from getting off of work.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta let
And you
like
know, somebody
if it was the other way
on,
around,
yeah. If it was the
he'd have
other
been
way
every
around,
kind of abusive.
yeah,
He's so
why he
abusive.
bothering
He's
her?
so
He
possessive.
don't let
He
her get no rest.
like
Uh-huh. That's a good double
she probably
standard.
tired with the babies all day and like and
That
all
is
of
a
that could
good
have very
double
well been
standard.
true. We don't know the full scope of it. That could have very well been. She could have very well just wanted her. It's like I'm sad for her too, though, because it's like, girl,
Yeah. There is a bit of me that's like, because it's hard out here in the dating world and
the
shit.
girl's girl
And
in me is sad for her.
yeah, to lose a husband over that, but at the same time, you can't blame nobody but yourself because you could have not put your business out on social media. You could have had a
Hmm.
conversation with him. I don't know y'all dynamic. Only y'all know y'all dynamic. You
Hmm.
could have had a conversation with him, and maybe y'all could have figured that out or not, whatever. But you can't put it out, give it to us, and then expect us to do nothing with it.
But
It
at no
still should
point was
be.
it the podcast's fault because you the one that put the video up.
Definitely put the video up. And there was one guy on one of those podcasts that was like, maybe she had a hard day and maybe she with the kids. And like I said, that is another perspective, absolutely. But we don't know. And we'll never know because we
What we
don't
do
know the
know is that
people.
she bothered that man while he was at his nap time.
Yeah.
We do
And
know that
he
much.
also said at least she went to the extent of once he said, I'm taking a nap, I'm trying to get some rest, I can't rest in there. She was like, well, do you want me to bring you something? I was like, you know what? Yes, that was a nice
Aww.
gesture. But after he said no, just leave him alone. Just leave him alone. But you didn't want to leave him alone. And then you gave it to us to judge. So so we judged it. Like I don't know. I don't know what you
There's
want
a
me
bald head
to
man
do.
in my comments on IG. I don't know I don't know his name and I don't care for what it is. I know that he's bald headed and over 35 in my comments trolling. And I'm thankful for the
Mm-hmm.
engagement, but also, man, you were talking about how that all engagement ain't good engagement. And I want you to know
Mm-hmm.
they ain't eating his ass up
Hey D.
because he gonna come in my comments talking about every video don't need commentary. Then people came and chewed his ass up so quick. And I was
People
happy
get on
about
my
that.
Hey Nisha. People get on my nerves with that because it's like every video does need commentary because every video that a person puts on social media, it's there to be judged. If you didn't want it to be judged, you shouldn't have put it on social media. I don't like that.
But
I'm
it's like, why be a
absolutely gonna
hater?
have my
Why be a
yeah.
hater?
That's the other thing.
Mind your business. Go be bald headed somewhere else. And
Exactly.
it was funny because it was on a video about spending time with your family.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason he didn't get chewed up. I had my first therapy session today.
Oh, how did that go?
It went well. And I'm looking forward to keeping therapy in my life. I want to end early today. Can we end by 10:45? Because I want to go to bed.
Yes, we can. You know what? Let me see if I got some quick ones. Do. Hmm, 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 hmm. Okay, this one could be fairly quick. You're familiar with catheters, right?
Yes.
Okay. So there was this male nurse.
You don't start
He
with
did a
that.
video.
You don't just start it
Well,
like that.
I wanted to make sure you understood the context of what I was about to say. So there was this male nurse. He did a video where the caption said, I'll read the caption. Inserting a Foley catheter on a Gen Z female patient. And he was taking the catheter out. The patient was not around, but he was taking the catheter out and he did this very sexual face. He had this very sexual look on his face. So, yeah, that video was crazy. So people called out how wildly inappropriate it was. Cause it's like, now I will say this. I'm not gonna say I'm sure, but we can assume that he meant Gen Z women Gen Z women, right? But the Gen Zers, some of them are still very much children. And some
Hmm.
people took offense to, yo, you said Gen Z, like that's a whole generation of people, and some of them are very much children.
Hmm.
So people tried to put the PDF jacket on him. I didn't
Hmm.
go that far. What I will say is, it is wildly inappropriate for you to be working as a nurse and for
Yeah,
you to
you still
put
look
that out.
predatory. You
You
just a
still
different
look
kind of
predatory.
predator.
So a couple things. People was on his ass about it. He came out with a video saying that's not what I meant. He's of some African descent. I'm not sure which, but he was like, that's not my intent. He ended up getting fired.
Right.
Of course, you got fired. But what I will say this, because he did deserve to get fired. That was wildly inappropriate. What I will say is, last year, I think it was last year, there was a woman who was a CNA who was literally putting her private areas with her clothes on, but putting her private area all over patients, recording it like while bathing patients. She was like putting her behind on them, putting her stuff all in their face. And I heard nothing about that. People talked about
She
that
was trying
for
to
maybe
seduce Arnold in earnest.
Man, people talked about that for maybe a day or two. Didn't
That's
hear nothing about
nasty.
it. I didn't hear about her getting fired or nothing. So, like I said, he absolutely deserved to get fired. But let's also have that same energy when we're talking
That's
double
nasty.
standards with women in healthcare. Because why you got your private parts all over this patient? What are you doing? In a nursing home. She worked in a nursing home, mind you.
I knew she had a.
So
I knew
yeah,
Ernest and Arnold. I know who she had.
man. So I
Clarence and
just
all
want
of
us
them.
let's be fair. Like, yes, he deserved to be fired. Let's go find this woman and fire her too, though, because she
Hmm.
took it way further than he did. Mind
That's
you, he
nasty.
absolutely said some disgusting things, but she actually physically put her body parts
That's nasty.
on these people. Like,
That
that's
remind me of a thread that
crazy.
I read the other day that had me cracking up. I love threads. If you're not on threads, Didi, please get on threads. I love it so bad. So
I
it
only
was
go
this
on there
thread.
when something catches my eye.
Yeah, them teachers that been dressing freaky been getting me on my nerves too. Because it's
Yeah,
like, oh, what
the
are you
same thing with
doing?
female.
Why are you? Why?
Mhm.
Listen, I get wearing a club dress and putting a blazer over it and making it professional. I get it. I have done it in my younger teaching years, but
Yeah, it depends on what the bus look like.
I was never out here looking hoey going to school. I just think that's crazy because why do you want to do that? Like, who are you trying to attract? Granted, it do be some
Right.
fine male teachers at the building, but it's more children than there are fine male teachers.
Right. And then I don't like the narrative like, oh, these kids ain't looking at me. Let me tell you,
They are.
I went to school with little boys.
Yeah, they was always
And the
nasty.
fact and you went to school with little boys, and the fact that you're gonna
Hmm.
try to act like you don't know them little boys be looking at them teachers.
Hmm.
Oh, they don't be looking at me. You girl, you a dead lie. You know them kids looking at you.
Hmm.
You cannot come to a setting like that with well, any children. I'm not going to go to a place that is for children, a zoo,
Hmm.
a fucking
That's like wearing
a
a thong at
farm, or
Six Flags.
whatever.
Like, what are you doing?
Like, why
Why
would
are
you
you
do
wearing a
that? You know,
thong
it's
at
gonna be
Six
a bunch of
Flags?
kids around.
Why is your ass out at Six
Like, it's
Flags,
like,
miss?
why can't children just have their spaces? Why do you have to co-opt children's spaces? You can wear that at the club or wherever adults be at. Like, why do you feel like you gotta dress this way
I don't get it.
and
No, you know
not
what's
where
crazy,
adults
G?
be at? But in adult spaces, like, why are you dressed inappropriate? Where these children be at? All at the aquarium and
Oh,
shit.
ooh, I was trying to tell
The
you about this
hell?
thread I seen. I
Mm.
tell you what, at the aquarium. Bill with your fish with this fish.
Right. Let these kids enjoy the aquarium. The hell?
They try to see the sharks and
Insanity.
you try to show them an oyster. Get out of here.
Exactly. The hell? Go sit up. Go get over there and sit down somewhere.
I was trying to
Yeah.
tell you about the thread I seen the other day. So I'm on
Uh-huh.
threads the other day, and it was this lady. Yo, people on threads be so funny. When people say women are not funny, that is a lie because I be cracking up off of these women on threads. So this woman on threads, got on there. It was like my doctor, mind you, she went to the gynecologist too. She went to the GYN. And she was like, he came in her room and she had her feet up in the stirrups. I'm like, okay. It's not funny. The thread itself was funny, but the situation is not. So she said she had her feet up in
Right.
the stirrups, and he came in and was like, "Oh, you got some pretty feet." And he took the you know how they tell you put the thing on your bottom head?
Oh
Why she say he put it over his head?
no!
When she say he flipped it over his head, I like a cape. Like I am crying. I was like, what?
Not like a cape. That is hilarious.
Half of the women in the thread was like, wait a minute, first of all, what you mean he? Like, I don't mind having a male. My first GYN was a male.
Let me
He was a
tell
Chinese man, and I like I
you.
like Dr. Shu. His wife was a
Mhm.
receptionist. I knew he wasn't in there on no Dr. Levy shit. 'Cause you remember Dr. Levy.
Right. Yeah.
Dr. Levy, the pussy picture taker.
Yeah, I remember Dr.
I
Levy.
hope he is rest in
That
piss,
shit
Dr.
was
Levy. Rest in piss.
that shit
Yeah.
was crazy. What I will say is sometimes I feel like women just take it a little too far. Why can't she have a male doctor? Just because you don't like male doctors don't mean us all women
Yeah.
have to shun male doctors. Me personally, I would rather have a female doctor. But to
Mm-hmm.
condemn a woman for having or even wanting a a male doctor, it's crazy.
I
Somebody
ain't gonna
got
lie
see
though,
it,
but
y'all. There's male
to be
doctors
a
out there.
female urologist, I'm gonna think you're a freaky bitch. I'm sorry, you a female urologist. All you do is look at dicks all day. No, ma'am. I think you freaky. You're a freaky girl, and
And
I
that,
love
that's
that for
that's what
you.
they be thinking about them male doctors. Hold on, y'all. Give me
Mm-hmm.
2 seconds. I know we got 3 minutes. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds.
Dee be right back in 2 seconds. Is what she said. A Dee be right back in 2 seconds. What she said she'd be right back. Back, back. She'll be right
You
back.
know what's
See?
funny? When you said I'll be right back in 2 seconds, that reminded me of my daughter because I am famous for saying, Troy, give me a second, give me 2 seconds, give me a couple seconds. 1, 2, that's it. Are you ready? Are you ready now? I'm like, girl, it's a figure of speech. Troy, I don't mean literally one time. You
Literally,
know
too.
what? I used to be able to get away with it before she learned time in school, before they start teaching them time in school. Now that she's been learning about time, now she counting every little thing I say. Troy, give me 1 minute. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Come back in 60 seconds. Mama, it's been 1 minute. I'm like, I didn't literally need one
Now you got to
minute.
teach her about the black ass minute. You have to
Right.
teach her about how black people have
Exactly.
minutes. The minute that's not ever
So
actually one.
I just had
It's
to tell
never
her
60
like,
seconds long.
I just had to tell her like, Troy, just I'll just let you know, okay? I'll just let you know. No,
Denisha said,
Nisha,
"Don't do."
she be on my ass by that time. She be on my, and then it's so funny though, because that goes into just how children take everything you say literally. You
Uh
really have
huh.
to watch what you say to them because they don't be playing no games. Like, didn't you say that to me? And she'll let me
Mm-hmm.
know, like, Mama, you just told me yesterday. And I be thinking, like, did I tell her that?
Tell her that yesterday.
Maybe I did. Maybe I did tell her that. Okay. All right, y'all. We 10:44. All right. So the reason why I clicked out for a second, I wanted to go back and look at my topic list to see what we can talk about for next week because we did not discuss that. What about child support, alimony, all that good
Ooh,
stuff?
that's gonna be our next set of topics.
I think that could be our
You
next
know, who I
topic
wish we
for
could
next
have on
week.
here a bunch of men who pay child support.
And I don't know none. I do know one. He ain't gonna come on here. He not gonna come on here. But I wish I knew somebody else that would be willing to, yeah, to have that discussion with us to let us know how they feel about it. But yeah, that's a good topic for next week. So next week, y'all, let's talk about all the payments. alimony, child support. What else? I don't know. We can think of some more. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that next week. But we're about to get out of here, y'all. I really enjoyed everybody who came in, all of the engagement that we got. We appreciate it. Y'all, please follow us, y'all. We need some followers. Follow
We
us
need some
on our
followers.
page. We need plenty of followers, okay? So y'all know I'm about to give y'all mine. Don't hear no mine. 2 homegirls chatting right here on TikTok. Y'all will find our page on TikTok, 2 homegirls chatting. Y'all will also find us on YouTube. Same thing, 2 homegirls chatting. Y'all will also find us on Instagram, 2 homegirls 26. We need
Mm-hmm.
plenty of followers. We would love to be able to go live from our page, y'all. So go ahead and follow us. Also follow
It'll
our
be
individual
great to be
pages.
able to do that sooner than later.
Yes, it would be lovely to do. Good night, Nisha. Good night. Thank you for coming
Night,
in.
Nisha.
Follow our individual platforms as well. For me, I am only on TikTok and Instagram for the time being, and that is y'all know _DD on both platforms.
All right, so this page right now that I'm on my TikTok, it says Auntie Nita says. It ain't gonna say that tomorrow. Tomorrow is gonna be the same as on my Instagram. My Instagram and my TikTok will be at Hey Miss Wade. So Hey MISS Wade. Hey Miss Wade. My YouTube is Anita Wade Entertainment. My Facebook is Anita Wade. Feel free to follow us everywhere. Dee, shout out to Dee for being the best and the baddest producer for our very new podcast. And we're just gonna keep on keeping on. We may eventually end up on Yard Stream, but the sooner we have the
Yes.
followers that we need, the sooner we can jump on that Yard Stream. So no rush to y'all, but hey, pick it up, and feel free to tell your friends. Especially tell your friends. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your cousins, tell your aunties, tell them bitches down the street that you don't like. Tell them.
Yep. All
Mm-hmm.
right, y'all. We'll be back next week, Monday at 9 p.m. We'll be talking about some child support, some alimony. So we will see y'all next week. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for joining us. Good night.